Okay. So there is a judge order in place that does say that you are not allowed to video or audio record anybody entering or leaving the premises of the courthouse.
From public? We can't record from public?
There is a judge's order, like I just said.
He doesn't control the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Right.
He can control inside the building,
Right.
but he can put that, and that's an illegal order. So.
No, it's not.
September 7th, 2022. YouTubers Midwest Accountability and F.I.R.M Audits went to Howell County, Missouri Courthouse to test a judge's order that says that one cannot record from a public sidewalk near the courthouse.
It is 10:08 in the morning.
The story doesn't actually begin here. This is kind of the middle, but this is where I'm going to start because this is where we have the most footage. In this video, Judge Stephen Privette has multiple people arrested from a public sidewalk and dragged by force into his courtroom. Stephen Privette is the presiding judge over the 37th Circuit, which covers 4 counties in Missouri, including Howell, Oregon, Shannon, and Carter counties. Missouri Supreme Court Rule 16.04G says that you can't use devices capable of media coverage in the courtroom or the court clerk's office unless specifically authorized. But Judge Stephen Privette, who appears to have gotten his bar license from a Cracker Jack box, has taken it upon himself to extend this order beyond his courtroom to the entire courthouse. He then verbally extends the order to any public place where the courthouse can be seen from. He then starts ordering men who do not think for themselves and therefore are willing to carry out the work of evil men to start arresting people for recording from the public sidewalks and dragging them into his court.
This could get interesting at any time. Here we go.
What's up, guys?
Who's the main guy?
The main guy.
We're all individuals. All of us, probably.
Well, let's all gather up so I can
We can hear you.
Yeah, we're good.
You guys care to come over here so I can, or do I need to talk separately?
First off, name and badge number.
Minden Hall 27A. So,
What's your name and badge number?
Clark 244.
Clark 244.
Thank you.
What was it?
Miller 260.
Okay.
Okay. So there is a judge order in place that does say that you are not allowed to video or audio record anybody entering or leaving the premises of the courthouse.
From public? We can't record from public?
There is a judge's order, like I just said.
He doesn't control the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Right.
He can control inside the building, but he can put that, and that's an illegal order, so.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It is.
We've looked it up.
We
We've looked it up.
Especially with the juvenile division court going on.
Doesn't matter. Anybody in public is subject to recordings.
Right. So,
What happened to the Constitution?
Yeah.
There's not, we can go over there to that sidewalk and record anything we can see. This,
would you guys care to do that?
Huh?
Would you guys care to do that?
Right, this is the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing. That's what we're saying is.
It's the same thing.
The judge has no jurisdiction outside of a courtroom.
Right, but
that is unconstitutional.
So
You swore an oath to the Constitution.
You gonna let me talk, or
I don't know. Are you going to say anything that's worth listening to? We want to hear you defending and upholding the oath to the Constitution.
right, I don't have a
Not
problem with
the
you guys.
judges.
We don't have a problem with
Just
good
'cause he's a
officers.
judge
What we have a
doesn't
problem
mean he
with
creates a
is
law.
oath breakers, tyrants, people that are supporting these unconstitutional orders. That's what we have a problem with.
Show me. Behind you. Car.
Oh, he's right.
So, I mean, if you guys are willing to honor your oath,
We are.
Yeah,
The
we're just
judge
willing to
has
stand
a
here. I mean, we're not
presiding
trying to go in the
order
building.
Right now.
presiding order for in the courtroom,
anyone entering or exiting.
it's unconstitutional, guys.
There's no way. And we do this all across the country.
Do you?
Yeah, seriously.
This is unconstitutional. And you guys
And
are
that's-
enforcing that, and you're going to be complicit in that
He
too.
didn't pass law.
Right.
Who holds your
it's-
bond?
So here's the thing. If
In
the
this
judge-
day and age, right?
So if the judge decides to have you in front of him for contempt of court, you'd be willing to go in front of him and plead your case today?
We're not
For
even
what?
in the courtroom.
Contempt
to
of
be
court?
Contempt of court.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not in the courtroom.
But
so
but
the
the
contempt
judge's
of court
order
won't be-
says anyone
the
entering or
contempt
exiting on, and I'm sure you filmed it already. The order.
Yeah, there's no law that backs that up though.
Right.
Just because the
Yeah,
judge issued
1604
something.
not or subparagraph G has nothing to do with outside the courtroom. If you read it, it just says
Entering or
courtroom
exiting
and
as
circuit
well.
clerk.
No, 1406 says nothing about entering and exiting courthouse.
Okay.
But that, and that's what we're trying to argue is the fact is that he's trying to use that law to create something that he is not allowed to do.
Okay, so
Because he
can do it inside
only
there.
His 3 courthouses that he has
Is the only one that does it. He's the only judge that does
other
this.
than these other counties around here that he's not part of.
right.
So I mean, I
Contempt
guess
of court is in the courtroom, not outside in
Yeah.
public.
No, you can be held in contempt
That's
of
this
court
guy.
outside the courtroom.
You don't have no recording in his jurisdiction.
Well, we got him on video saying that we could come over to his county and record all we want, and that's fine. So what's the problem with
Except in
one
the
county
courtroom.
over, an adjacent county,
That-
and he's
that's
a presiding official?
Right. So is this one. So it's up to different judges.
No, that's not how the Constitution
no.
works.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Did you guys
That-
read the Constitution?
You're
over
breaking your
here
oath of
dealing with
office.
the presiding judge of this courthouse right here is asking us for you guys.
Yeah, we'll see if he wants this one.
Not
Have it in
demanding.
front of him.
Is already putting order into place.
That's not a lawful
That's-
order.
They're going in.
In the
going
courtroom.
Yeah, in the courthouse, in the
And,
courtroom, in adjacent.
They're going in to see if the judge wants us in front of him, guys.
Of that law.
We don't want to go to the courtroom.
There's
come
no
out here and talk
there's
to
no
them.
law underneath that what he wrote.
This ain't a courtroom.
There's nothing on that one.
This
Now
ain't
the
not
first
law.
one that he has over at all
If he,
it says
if him and the
1604.g,
sheriff want to come out and talk to us,
and he
fine.
tries to state a
We've
paragraph.
asked you guys.
That's fine.
I asked you politely, did I?
Right? Yeah.
Will you please leave?
Welcome to America.
What's going to happen if we don't?
Yeah.
What-
That's what I don't
So
understand. We're in
what
public.
is the difference if I'm standing here
I'm
and
just
if I'm
asking,
over
what's
there
gonna
with the
happen if we
telephotic
don't?
lens? So
No, that's
Look
what
at the
what-
Constitution on
Come
it.
out here with all four of them.
and what is the court's action if we don't?
I mean, we'll go and talk to the judge about that.
So nobody wants to honor their oath today? That's what I thought.
We all rule followers.
Whole life.
Tear around.
Okay, I'm going to go over there and record.
Who wants to go?
No, I'm not going in.
No, I'm
No,
gonna tell you right now. He's going to do what he did to JC.
What?
They came outside, took his phone, arrested him, and brought him in front of the judge.
Yeah.
And then what? They held him for 24 hours? Huh?
No,
he-
no. I think the judge told him that if he didn't leave at that time, he was going to be held in contempt of court.
So under
that's
threat.
when he left. That's when he walked out under threat of contempt of court.
Like I say, it's kind of hard to believe. You can stand over there and
That what's the difference?
You gonna try and wrap it up?
And this is public.
Back up more on the sidewalk?
Right.
It says nowhere over here. They want us to go
And
over
that's
there
what we're trying to
and
fight.
film.
You know, it's not like we're.
We can't film right here on this sidewalk, people coming and going. They want us over there. They want us to cross the street. I don't know, guys. Get arrested, it'll be a major lawsuit for sure.
By the way, guys, I had COVID.
Right. There's cameras all around out here. Yeah, it's not going to change no matter where I stand, guys.
In their cars, even.
The judge wants to come out and talk to us. Well, hey, I'm getting a wide angle. Hey, Howell County office building right across the street here, guys. There's a state representative here. Anybody want to call him? Put the number in the chat.
So the presiding judge has invited you inside the courthouse if you would like to talk to him.
Over this?
Yes. You're willing to come inside.
No, because I really don't know once we're inside how to deal with it. I know. Legally, yes.
Hey, the judge wants to know if you'd be willing to go to the court and talk to him
Only if we can record.
in the courtroom.
It's our proceeding, right?
Right.
If we can record the interaction, yeah.
Okay. Well, he invited you in there to hear what you guys are pleading, but I mean, I doubt he'd let you record inside a court.
Invited?
Yes.
I mean, if he's going to let us record our interaction, then yes, I'd be more than happy to go in.
Okay. I don't know if he'll allow that, but he did say that he'd like to hear what you guys.
I mean, we're not here to cause trouble.
Right.
We're here to flex on our rights and to let people know that ain't right. I mean, do you think that's right? I mean, honestly, that they can the order that says they can.
Well, I think the order.
Determine what we do out on the public.
So I think the order was put in place for victims. They're in an emotional state when they're coming in or out,
Mhm.
or when they're in the courtroom. Not everyone wants to be here, and when they're victims in a
Let me just pull this back a little bit.
when they're victims in a case, you know, if it is a special case, you know, they don't want to be here. They were victims in it,
Right.
and they get filmed, and it's just added stress to the whole ordeal.
But at the same time, where are we standing right now?
Right.
In public, there's
Yeah.
no expectation of privacy in public, right?
Correct.
Okay, and that's been established in court cases a mile long, right?
The only thing is though, I mean, this is the courthouse's property.
It's public property,
The courthouse's property is.
taxpayer funded public property, right?
Right.
Okay.
But I mean, the judge just said if you want to come in and he'd like to hear what you guys are.
I mean, like I said, if he'll allow us to record and document our experience, I would have no problem with that.
Okay. I'll see what he says. I mean, if it's just you guys in the courtroom,
I don't see what the issue would be.
I don't either. But I don't know. It'll be up to him. I'll see what he says.
I mean, in all honesty, that's the end game. You know, have a conversation
Right.
and talk to people.
Yeah.
Show me states being arrested, guys.
You're being summoned.
Okay. I understand.
What does that mean legally? They have to go?
Yeah.
Really? A judge can just tell you to go to... Oh, I didn't know.
They think they can, yes.
He said everybody out here is being summoned to his courtroom.
So, like, we have to go now?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to bring this in? Because he says no cameras.
What's going on?
Are you wanting to bring that in, dude?
Judge, this
Well,
is
yeah.
summons for everybody to come
244,
that's out here
214.
go to see him right now.
Why? I was over there. I moved over there.
I don't even have a camera.
And she don't even have a
They're asking
camera.
about their cameras.
But I'm okay.
Can they bring them in? Judge said take them all into custody. Yeah.
I was just over there, man. You called me back over here.
What are you going to do with my camera? Hey, will you
Alright,
take
guys.
my camera?
You guys understand what's going on? The
Nope,
judge is
I
requesting.
don't understand.
Okay,
I
the
do
judge
not.
has summoned you guys for the court. That means
Oh,
that
sorry, bud.
you can go by yourself down there. All right, we're trying to make this as peaceful as possible.
I was across the street.
No, you're not.
We'll be fine. Me and him was across the street till I got called back over here.
I'm just, like I said, the judge is.
Is there anyone else here
It's a
that
summons.
She can.
He summoned you to court.
Ooh, watch yourself.
Ma'am, are you going to go downstairs or?
Whole life.
It's up to you. If you're going to get your summons to court,
How was she summoned? She shouldn't have been summoned.
you guys
She
are all
wasn't
out here
videotaping.
together. That's exactly what's going on. Okay, I've already told you guys you're being summoned to court.
Just
Are
gotta
you
make
not
sure
gonna-
you
Oh,
ain't
you're
having
fine.
a
No, you're
knife
fine.
on you.
You're fine.
Any
I'm
knives,
here
guns.
No, you're on the
to
sticker.
apply for the
She wasn't recording.
That I'm taking my recording device or I'm not effing
My wallet.
I just showed up just now.
Okay.
And I'm not
That
saying
might be a
you
little
come in or
harder.
out of the court.
Okay, that's something.
You might have to put it heels.
I don't know how to.
It's got a magnet on the front. Just pull that whole piece out.
Wow. No Constitution.
I wasn't KY3 reporter, so.
No
As
Constitution.
long as you guys, you guys will all have your stories. I'm not saying anybody's.
We're all getting arrested. We're all getting summons.
Oh, well, he came up and asked me that we were invited in to talk to the judge.
No, that was the summons. They told us we can go across the street and record.
What's the difference? I don't
And
understand.
said we'd be fine. And he walked over there and told me we were all being summoned to go see the judge. So looks like we're going in one at a time. This lady, she knows the judge.
Yeah. What'd she say?
She dated him one time, went out on one date with him, I guess, back in school. That lady there, she owns one of these businesses over here, and none of the courthouse people are supposed to be parking in the circle.
Is an arrest then? Or is it just a summons?
It's supposed to be a summons, but they put cuffs on them. So
show me state and F.I.R.M just got summons in front of the judge, guys.
Are you guys not going to go there?
Huh?
You guys not going to go?
He said he was going to go ask the judge. I have no problem going in and talk to him.
Like I said, guys,
if we can record our interaction
right.
and talk to him,
So
that's the end game.
Let me explain this to you guys, okay? This whole filming thing, okay, I have you guys filming me all the time, okay? When I'm on a traffic stop, I notice it, okay? I don't have a problem with it. And actually, I don't have a body cam, so actually, sometimes you guys could probably help me, right?
Would we would if we saw something, going down.
Right. Well, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
what is it? Okay, so tell me this: what is the difference between where we're standing now and 50 feet over there?
That's something you have to deal with the judicial system. If you think you're being wrongful here, there's process for this.
There's
Right.
law in place.
There is no.
Recording in public is the Constitution.
Did I say anything about recording in public? I said you were summoned to
You're
court.
working for a tyrant,
You're summoned.
a treasonist.
This is what I told you, okay? I didn't say anything about the recording. I said you guys are being summoned to court. That means that you're getting subpoenaed to court right this second, okay? And he's going to verify that for you guys because you wanted him to go down and verify that, right?
I wanted him to see if we could go talk to him and be able to record our interaction
Okay.
for our records.
Okay. So, you guys understand why I'm not?
No,
I get you say.
I
you're
understand
saying
what
there's
you're saying,
a
but I don't agree.
constitutional right to film in public places. I agree with
Constitutional,
public places.
right?
Right.
And you swore an oath to that
Right.
Constitution. Why aren't you upholding that? The judge's order is unlawful.
So, let me ask you this. Am I telling you to quit recording your own? Am I
No,
not
you're
saying
telling me to move or else I'll be arrested.
No, I didn't tell you you were going to be
The others did.
Did I say you were going to be arrested?
You didn't per
well,
se.
You don't put that in
But
my
your
mouth.
comrades did.
I didn't say that to you. I said you were being summoned to court.
We're not here to cause trouble. We're not here
I didn't say you were. I didn't say you were.
What we are doing is trying to highlight the good and expose the bad.
Right.
If you're a good cop, there should be no problem with a camera.
Do I have a problem with the cameras pointing at me right now?
I don't know. I can't read your mind. You say you don't, but you're out here enforcing a judge saying that he wants to summons us to court when we've done nothing illegal.
That's something you had to take up with the judicial system, though. That's not something that I had.
You don't have officer discretion?
If a judge issues a court order, unless I want to be violated for
What court order? We haven't seen one.
Okay.
Yeah, there is no court order.
I'll let them determine what they're going to do with it, okay? And we'll go from there.
Okay, and your name and badge number?
Deputy Bruno, 215.
To what?
215.
215?
I work
Bruno?
for Howell County Sheriff's Office.
Howell County, okay.
Yep.
How do they summons without a name anyway? That's what I want to know. How do you issue a court summons without a name?
I'm not going to have this legal argument together, okay?
Well,
Right?
I mean, you're enforcing legal stuff. So
have I made any actions?
No, I'm just saying.
I came out here being respectful to you guys.
I'm not being disrespectful to you
saying
either.
You guys are being summoned to court. All right.
Just having a conversation. That's all we're doing.
Is that right? Like, am I telling you? Have I done what I just said, or am I lying? I come out here. I didn't tell you to stop recording. I didn't tell you get your butt inside or you're going to go to jail. I said you're being summoned to court. The judge wants you down in courtroom number 4. Okay? I'm not physically making you do anything.
Right.
Am I? I'm not doing that.
No.
Okay? However, I'm just doing like the judge was supposedly subpoenaed you guys to court. Okay? So that's up to you guys. If you obey that, it's not up to me. If they issue an order down here, that's on them. Okay? I'm just telling you what was told to me.
The other two guys, they under arrest or are they just going into the courtroom?
I have no idea. I'll have
they
to.
put cuffs on them and then under arrest. Oh wait, no, that's what I call the Terry stop.
That's detainment.
I'll have to.
That is arrest. You
I'll
are
have to
not
figure
free
that out.
to
I don't
go.
know. I don't know what to do.
If you are not free to go, you are under arrest.
But guys, I'm gonna go back in here, okay?
There is a camera right there.
Yep. There's a camera there.
Right
There's
there.
one right here behind the tree.
How did they not make you guys go in?
They asked me if I wanted to go in. I said I'll go in if I can record my interaction.
Well,
There's a camera
the guy
right.
told me, ma'am, you do know you've been summoned by the judge. And I said, sure, I know Steve. I'll go talk to I walked in. He goes, Tony, are you part of the First Amendment group? And I said, no, I just walked over to see what was going on. And
What's the judge's name?
Privette. I
Privette?
met him in college.
Steve Privette?
Yeah, I met him in like 1980.
Steve Privette, guys.
And I'm friends with him, but he said, oh, then you can go. And I thought, well, I kind of want to hear this. So I sat there a while, and then he said, Tony, you can go. So I just thought I better go. But technically,
So what do you
Was he
think?
talking to the other guys?
Yeah.
The other two?
Is
Sound like
he?
they're gonna throw him in jail, or?
He asked me to leave before I got to hear that part.
Is he not a reasonable guy, or?
I've always known him to be a very nice guy, but I don't know legally what is,
Yeah.
Someone mentioned on chat that he's retiring the end of the week.
Next time we'll be locked up.
For what?
Freedom of press.
Under what?
We have
Under
to
what?
You guys have to leave.
What statute?
Like under what
We
law?
weren't even going to argue it. He was being a dick. He did not like me in the courtroom, so.
He didn't like you in the courtroom.
No, if I said
Well,
one
I
more
told him
word,
I would go
was-
in there if they let me record the proceeding.
You were supposed to. You were too.
We were.
Yeah, everybody.
All
I
five
just
of
want
us
like,
were
how do these people? Others not
I was trying to figure out how
They
you
may
got
not
Wow.
caught up in it. Yeah. I was
He
like,
said, ma'am, you do realize you've been summoned by the judge. So I'm like, okay.
Wow, guys. So I guess I was supposed to be in there with it.
Well, now I get the juvenile thing. That
But
makes
you can go outside, not in there.
but
Your
legally,
cases.
legally.
No, legally you can't.
I know. I'm saying legally you can, but I understand ethically you shouldn't.
It's not.
Hey, sir. What? The courtroom? Not you. Do you care?
If I can record the.
He said no, you can't record.
Um,
He's just gonna tell you the same thing that he told the other ones.
Why can't
like
you say it on recording?
Because there's no phones allowed in the courthouse.
now the what is the statute that allows us with
Listen, I don't want to put you in cuffs. I'd rather you
I
just
don't
go
know statutes.
walk down there. Walk down there, talk to the judge, and plead your case.
I think he's just wanting to talk to you guys.
I understand that, but you guys got to understand where we're coming from. That please not stand behind me. Thank you. You guys got to understand where we're coming from. That we're trying to get you guys to uphold your oath. You know what I mean? And for something that's unconstitutional like that, like we're in public. We're not breaking any laws. What was the difference between here and 50 foot across the street, where if I had a big zoom lens, you know what I mean?
There's an active order that
Orders are not laws, though.
prohibits anybody from videotaping people coming and going from juvenile.
And what was your name and badge number?
Justin Riley, 251.
Riley, 251. And you, sir?
Box 228.
Box 228. All right. I'm going to go inside and talk to the judge, guys. Walk in on my own. They're not going to put me in cuffs. So
Every single person was forced into that courtroom from a public sidewalk under threat of arrest. Inside of the courtroom, they were told by Judge Steve Privette that if they recorded from a public space again, that they would be arrested and held in contempt of court for up to 30 days in county jail. Everything that was said inside of that courtroom was audio recorded, but all of these individuals are now being represented by an attorney who has asked that we not release the audio recording of what happened inside the courtroom just yet. Judge Steve Privette needs to be disbarred and disrobed, and any case that he's ever presided over needs to be reviewed. The entire Howell County Sheriff's Department needs to look at history and stop obeying orders without thought. R.J. Rummel, an American political scientist and professor, coined the word democide. Democide is defined as the murder of any person or people by their own government, including genocide, politicide, and mass murder. Democide doesn't necessarily eliminate an entire culture, but rather groups within a country that the government feels need to be eradicated for political reasons and due to claimed future threats. R.J. Rummel's research shows that you're 6 times more likely to be killed by your own government than any private criminals or even wars with other nations combined. The number one cause of murder in the 20th century was, quote, good men, unquote, obeying the orders of those they perceived to be authority. Most murders committed in the 20th century were committed in the name of the laws created by the current rulers, not in violation of it. Very few of these murders were actually committed by the rulers or political figures themselves. Rather, they were able to order other men to do it for them. Men who had abandoned what makes them human, the ability to think, act, and choose for oneself. An evil man does not need a lot of other evil men in order to accomplish his dirty work. History shows that he's actually better off recruiting good men who believe that obedience is a virtue and who are willing to abandon their own conscience in order to obey.
The judge said take them all into custody.
The
Nope,
judge is
I don't
requesting-
understand.
Okay,
I do
the judge
not.
is summoned you guys for the court. That means that
sorry, bud.
you can go by yourself down there. All right, we're trying to make this as peaceful as possible.
Just like every other evil man in history, this man has no power unless the enforcers are willing to obey his every command.